Hello, I'm Nick and welcome to part one of my Let's Play of Atelier Rorona, the first of 3 games released on the PS3. Before we get started, first a bit of ground rules a little bit. I will be playing the game under a New Game Plus mode. I won't be starting off like that. I will at least go through the intro tutorial and whatnot under a new game, but then I will switch over to the New Game Plus. You don't get as much of an advantage as you do in the Totri game, which another Let's Play that I've got going, and the second in the trilogy, I guess. You only get gold or guild or coal or whatever carry over to your characters. You don't have equipment or anything else that get carried over. It's just basically the coal. The reasoning for that is if I ever do attempt to go for the true ending, that just gives a little bit of a head start for that process. With that said, this is going to be a little bit different than my Totri run. I will not be doing all the endings or attempting to get all the endings this go or whatnot, simply because it is a humongous pain in the butt to do that in this game. Totri was a bit complicated, but this is even more so. So I won't be going... that won't be a 100% playthrough for that. I will be showing as much as I can. I do fight just about all the bosses, I believe, throughout the game, and visit as much of the areas as I can. So we have that. Also, I normally would encourage a playthrough of this on your own before watching my Let's Plays on that, just because one of the joys of this type of game is kind of doing things your way. However, this game really isn't as exciting as Totri goes, or compared to Totri. So if you want to play Totri but just want to know kind of the story that happened before it, then this would hopefully be somewhat helpful to you. It's a hard sit to play through. Even this was my second time playing through the game when I'm recording it, and it was a hard sit to play through it a second time, let alone the first. So it's not a bad game per se. It's just not all that great. So I won't really push playing it first before seeing my stuff. With that said, I believe we can get started. Now, in my own personal opinion, I do enjoy the animation in this a lot more than in Totri. The voice acting is a bit of a hit and miss. Some of it is really good, some of it not so much. It is kind of a first trial run for the game, so it gets somewhat excusable.
A small kingdom built upon ancient ruins several hundred years ago. It was a peaceful kingdom, isolated from an advanced world. One day, ancient relics, called the machines, were discovered among the ruins. The people of Arland had no idea what to do about them at first. Then, a traveler who just happened to be visiting the kingdom at the time showed everyone how to use the machines. Over the next few years, Arland prospered dramatically, thanks to the machines, which enabled all citizens to live a life of leisure and luxury. To thank the traveler, the reigning king granted the traveler one wish. The traveler said, "Then allow me to run an alchemy workshop in this kingdom." Many years have passed since then. A girl and her alchemy master now reside within that workshop. The girl's name is Rorona Frixel, but everyone in town just calls her Rorona. I'm back. And of course, Master's not here. I wonder where she goes every day. Oh well, I like it better when she's not around. Otherwise, she would be picking on me every minute of the day. I'm sure we won't have any customers today either. So, I can manage things here by myself. Oh, did she come back? Wait, why would she bother to knock?
Excuse me.
Are you a customer? Oh no. What do I do now? Sorry, no one from this workshop is here right now. I mean, well, I'm from this workshop too, but, Master, I mean, the owner isn't here. Oh, excuse me, do you want a refreshing beverage or anything? I should offer you a seat, right? Come on in. Oh, you're already inside.
It may help if you just calm down for a second.
Oh, sorry. Calm down, Rorona. You can do this. Just take a deep breath.
Do you feel better now?
Yes, thank you.
Excellent. Now, first of all, I'm not a customer. I'm a royal messenger.
A messenger?
That's right. Now, if I understand you correctly, Astrid, the owner, isn't here right now.
No, and I don't know where she went or when she'll be back.
I see. Then, do you mind taking a message for me?
Oh, no, I don't mind. Paper and pen. Oh, okay, I'm ready.
By orders of the Minister and King, this workshop is to be closed down.
Okay, this workshop will be... what?
The details will be explained to her in private. Please have her come to the castle as soon as she returns.
Wait! But... no! Come back! Why is this happening? What should I do? Is it all my fault? Did I do something wrong? Why did this have to happen while Master's gone? What? I need you, Master!
You give me no choice but to come out now.
Huh? Master, when did you...
I've been here the whole time. I was taking a nap in the next room. Plus, don't call me Master. I told you to call me Big Sister.
But that's kind of embarrassing. And, well, that's not the point right now. A royal messenger stopped by and...
You don't have to tell me. I heard everything.
Oh. Then why didn't you come out here?
I'm sorry, but I just couldn't help myself. I just love to see my dearest pupil panicking. Anyway, they're finally on our tail about this workshop.
Please, hurry and go to the castle.
I'm not in the mood today. Will you go there for me?
But I can't. They asked for you.
Well, I'm not going. I need to catch my beauty sleep. I'm counting on you.
Master, wait! You can't... Do I really have to go? No.
So here we have our main character, Rorona, which to me looks awfully a lot like Sakura from Tsubasa or even the Card Captor series, but she's, you know, a typical, I don't know if it's really clear if it's underage or not, but a pretty average character all around. Skills, nothing really all that special or all that bad. So let's take a look. Now, this is kind of the internal city map area. More will be made available, and I'll go over it more when that time comes. But for now...
Why do I have to do this? I mean, she always makes me do everything. Am I here already? I think this is the first time I've ever been to the castle. I'm getting nervous. That messenger guy was scary.
Who was scary?
Ah! You scared me.
Sorry about that. Can I help you? You don't look like one of my clients.
I'm actually from the workshop. This guy. Oh no, I forgot to get his name. Huh?
The workshop? Oh, I know what's going on now. Come with me. I'll show you the way.
Okay. this is what the castle looked like on the inside. I better not look around too much.
There he is. That's the guy you're looking for, right?
Yeah, that's him.
Sturk, you've got a visitor.
Huh?
I think you scared her, Sturk.
I did?
With that scary look on your face. You have to be nice to girls, you know? Well, have fun.
Hello? He looks mad.
What are you doing here? I thought I asked for Astrid.
Well, she said she wasn't in the mood. So...
Some people never change.
do you know her?
She's just an old acquaintance. I guess I should introduce myself to you then. My name is Sturkenberg. I'm a knight of this castle.
Sturkenberg. Stur...
I know it's a bit long. You can call me.
Sturky! Can I call you Sturky?
Please call me Sturk.
Aw, Sturky is much cuter. Oh, and my name is Rorona. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Anyway, about the workshop.
That's right! Why are you closing down our workshop? Is it because Master's never there, and even when she is, she sleeps all day and never works? Or is it because nobody in town likes her? Or...
Those are terrible things to say. Though, I guess I should have explained it better. The closing of the workshop isn't official. Yet. We will give you assignments to complete and make our final decision accordingly.
assignments?
The kingdom will assign a job to the workshop, such as...
This basically goes over what you have to do for the assignments. Basically, you have a set amount of time to accomplish each task. The task is generally either having to synthesize stuff or have to do something else. When you accomplish the tasks or make the items, you basically come to Sturk and you turn them in. During the process, you do get some sort of a evaluation or a progress report as you continue on until the end of the level or end of the time comes. The trust level here is something that whenever you do quests and everything, it helps the reputation of the townspeople. This is a big pain in the butt. It takes forever to level up, and the first one that you fail, pretty much your trust level goes back to 0. Which is why one of the reasons why the ending is such a pain in the butt to do, the multiple or true ending.
And that's about it. I'll let you know when your first assignment is ready.
Okay, so what if we fail an assignment over the next 3 years?
Then we will close down the workshop immediately.
Oh.
Senior Esty, the lady that you met earlier, can help you with interacting with the townspeople. Anyway, I know that was a lot of information to take in all at once, but please make sure to tell Astrid.
Yes, of course. I better go back before I forget. Excuse me.
Thank you. She's nothing like Astrid, which is a good thing, I guess.
So with that, we don't really have a whole lot else to do quite yet. So we will head back out to the map. I think I entered the palace again, yeah. Mistake. get to meet another playable character.
Oh, I can't believe this is really happening. Hopefully, Master will finally be motivated to work. Like that's gonna happen.
What's wrong with you?
Corey, don't tackle me like that.
What? I was just trying to cheer you up since you look sad. You should be thanking me instead.
Oh, you were trying to cheer me up? Thanks. I do feel better now.
Simple-minded or just plain dumb?
Huh? What did you say?
Nothing. So, what's the matter? Did that lady do something to you again?
No. Well, sort of. This guy from the castle came to the workshop today and...
Well, I knew something like that was going to happen. You guys haven't had any customers for days.
I know, but...
Who cares? If the workshop closes, it won't affect anyone one bit.
What about me? Corey, you're so mean.
Do you remember the reason why you started working there to begin with?
Of course. My parents got sick when I was little and Master gave us the medicine to heal them.
Yeah, and?
But we didn't have any money to pay for it. So, I decided to help her out at the workshop.
Okay, so what'll happen if the workshop is closed down?
Well, I wouldn't be able to work at the workshop, so I'd have to go home.
Oh. See? No one's gonna care if the workshop is gone, along with that lady.
That's kind of sad.
Why? Does she even know about this?
No, I was about to go tell her.
Then I'll come with you. I can't wait to see the look on her face when she finds out about this.
Corey, can't we all just get along?
No way! Come on, let's go!
I'm back! Master? I didn't think you'd still be here.
You make it sound like I'm never here. Oh, and you're with the heiress of the Feuerbach family.
Don't call me that!
Fine, I'll call you Corey then. You know, to be friendly.
No!
I don't like this, I don't like that. Boy, you're so demanding.
I'm not demanding!
Please don't fight! Anyway, I went to the castle.
I know, I've been waiting for you to come back. We just went off on a tangent because of Corey.
I didn't do anything!
I see. I knew they weren't going to close down this workshop right away.
Can't you at least be a little freaked out? This isn't any fun to watch. Why don't you run around with your hands in the air crying, "Oh no, my workshop!" or "I'm being exiled!"
Panicking won't solve anything. Besides, you seem awfully calm.
Why shouldn't I be?
Rorona, and you call yourself her friend? You're gonna have to leave the kingdom too if the workshop is closed.
What? Me too?
What are you talking about? Don't drag her down with you!
But Rorona owes me a ton of money. I can't let her go until she pays it all back. Or did you think I was going to be nice enough to forget all about that?
You're right. I forgot your scum rotten through and through.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Either way, this is a good lesson for you. You can't just lie around all day like you used to.
Everything will be all right, as long as you take this seriously.
Of course. I'm sure I can do anything if I put my mind to it.
Oh, I am so glad to hear that. Anyway, what are you making?
Oh, this? It's just a new sign for the workshop. I thought it might drum up some business for us.
So, you are putting some thought into this.
It's ready. Let's go put it up. What do you think? Not bad, huh?
Aw, it's so cute! Atelier Rorona. We're changing the name of the workshop, too? Wait, what?
This workshop is yours from now on. I'm counting on you.
No, I can't do this. It's impossible.
What are you thinking? She's too nice, clumsy, dumb, and sheltered to own a workshop.
You didn't have to say all that. But it's true. I don't know anything about alchemy. You never taught me anything.
Don't worry about that. Here, take this.
A book?
It's got all of the basics of alchemy written inside. My master gave this to me when I started training.
It must mean a lot to you. Are you sure you want me to have it?
Of course. You're my #1 pupil.
Master, thank you very much. I'll do my best.
No, Rorona, stop! She's just tricking you.
Oh, I'm so tired from making the sign. I better go take a nap.
Hey, wait! Rorona, stop reading that book.
What? Oh, Master, please, wait for me.
And that's the basic premise of the game. You're kind of thrusted into the situation in which you have to save your workshop or it'll be taken over or shut down or whatever. So it's pretty similar to what the Totri game is. Alright, so it's a bit easier just to kind of go over it than watch through their tutorials. So we haven't gotten our first assignment yet. We get a little bit of time to get to know how things work before we have to worry about that particular issue. First up, take a look at our new companion, Cordelia. She's actually a pretty good fighter and a pretty good character all around. She will be replaced much later in the game, but overall her skills and attack abilities and her stats just really aren't all that bad. Plus she comes with the benefit of not costing any coal to hire, whereas just about anyone else that you would pick up would require some sort of payment for their services. So she's definitely one to that you're gonna probably want to. Obviously, you have no choice starting out, but she's definitely not a bad pick to always to be companions with. We have some new options in our menu now. The container is a place where we would store our materials outside of our own basket when we go out and collect. Kind of think of it like a bank of sorts. The basket is our inventory, as it is, or where we put the items that we collect and whatnot. Now, for the items themselves, they have effects and traits that affect the item and what they can do. The stars that are next to the effects will depend on it kind of defines the strength or effectiveness of it. It can have up to 3 or 4 stars, I believe, and many stars that will add up to a big star, and so it's pretty easy to pick up. For as far as the actual alchemy, you can only do this in the workshop. You can access it through that option in your command menu or going up into the cauldron. You have different types of items that you can make. Right now, we don't have a whole lot of recipes, so there's not a whole lot of options. The actual process of making the items is pretty simple. It's very similar to Totori. You choose what you want to make. Everything that you make takes time and it takes HP away from you. So the lower the XP that you have, the lower the chance of a successful rate, or it will lower the quality of the item. So that's something to keep an eye on. As far as the ingredients go, you don't have a whole lot of options quite yet. You see some of them have effects and traits that when you use that item, if it's relatable to the item that you're making, that trait or effect will be attached to the item. For instance, attack +1, if you use an item to make something, that attack +1 trait would be attached to that item that you make, for good or for ill. So he successfully made a supplement. This is something that is used in a ton of recipes and can be made out of just about anything. It's not a very good grinding option since it's only 1 point, but it is something that you're going to be making a lot of. And just like Totori, it gets kind of annoying when you're trying to make something. You're constantly interrupted by cutscenes. And that's just a staple for the series, I guess. As far as the parent or your parent location goes, this is a place that you're going to want to stop off in at least once per assignment. If the assignment is really long before the due date, you may want to stop several times as time goes by. Basically, they're the parents will go out on trips or whatever, and they'll bring back souvenirs, which is generally materials or ingredients for alchemy. They're generally a step above where you're currently at. So they generally will give you something that you haven't quite seen yet out in the wild, but are about to, or where you need to be, as it were. And that's basically their only real purpose, is for that. And I don't know why some things are voiced and some things aren't. Like, now, anything that you do in town does not take up any time, meaning you can go to all the locations within the city and it doesn't take up any time as far as your due dates or countdown or whatever. So that's kind of nice. Make it out like it's a big thing, but it doesn't take a day every time you visit the parents' house. Anything within the city you go to just doesn't take up anything. And it's generally a good idea to hit up some of the more popular places quite often for the cutscenes. Now, depending on where you are as far as leveling, either your adventure level or your alchemy level, and depending on when you go into the different areas, you may get different cutscenes. There are a lot of them sprinkled throughout. Now that we got control back, a quick tour around town. So we have a lot more places open up to us now that we can go to, and each one of those places, or not each one, there's a couple other places in there that have additional places within, like you saw a moment ago, the palace has a hallway and front desk. The square and factory don't have additional places. And there's your parents' home, the place that I said you're going to want to visit quite frequently in order to get some halfway decent ingredients. The square is a big one. You know, you pretty much want to pop in here every time you come back to the city, as long as there's a good decent amount of time between when you last were there. Definitely multiple times within each assignment. Cutscenes happen here often, and the outside locations and spread out throughout the city is where you would find your companions and hide. The palace has the two areas, the front desk and the hallway. The hallway is where Sturk would be, so that's where you would turn in your assignments as they completed. Since we don't have an assignment yet, he's not there. But that's where you would go. The front desk is where you would accept quests from the townspeople. It's a good source for coal. I did find generally, though, their asks actually kind of went hand in hand with your assignment, so it'd be kind of difficult to do if you're really on a tough assignment. It could actually hurt to do some of these quests because you're to accomplish the assignment. There are easier ways to get coal than to do these quests, and like I said, that trust level thing is a pain in the butt. So unless you need the coal or you're going for the ending, you can pretty much ignore the ignore those quests. For the first shop, we have basically 3 shops in that Artisan's Way.
welcome. What's the matter? You don't look so cheery.
So much is happening so fast.
Do you want to talk about it? And would you like some tea?
Thanks.
What? You're the new owner of the workshop?
Yeah. I don't even know how all of this happened.
Damn it! I'm still in training and you're already gonna be an owner.
But you're so much better than me. Even though you're still in training, you do everything at the restaurant. I'm just being forced to do this because Master doesn't want to do it herself.
Oh yeah? Well, it's not as hard as you might think. Now, nothing's gonna change if you just keep thinking about it. So cheer up.
Thanks. I feel a little better now. I think I can handle this.
There you go. Oh, and that'll be 150 coal for the tea.
What? I thought it was gonna be your treat.
I'm just joking.
So each of the shops, they will carry books,
Well,
and more books as you level up. The books contain recipes for your alchemy. It's good to get them as soon as you can, to add to what you can build. A lot of times they offer some stuff that it's quite helpful, either for healing or for actually needing it to progress in certain areas. Everything else in the store is more food related. Unlike Totri, I found food to be not as critical, unless you're going for the special endings. Gameplay wise, it's not as critical as it was in the previous, or as in Totri, so I pretty much ignore the cafe.
Hello, Pops.
Hey, welcome! Ah, it's you! You here to sharpen your kitchen knives?
Nope, I'm here to buy weapons.
What? I don't agree with having some young lady carrying around a dangerous weapon!
That's not what the owner of the weapon shop should say. Well, I wish I didn't have to, but...
Oh, so you have a reason! Why don't you tell me what it is?
Okay. Well...
And that's why you're going to run the workshop from now on.
yeah, I have to go outside of town to gather ingredients, too, so...
And then you don't have a choice, huh? But unfortunately, I don't think you can handle what I've got.
Aw, why not?
Because, everything I have is extra large. All of my customers are large men. So, I only make weapons that are suited for those kinds of guys. You know?
Oh, I see. And what should I do?
Ah, come on. Don't make that face. Fine. Because you asked, I'll try to fix up something that you could use.
Really? Thank you so much, Mr. Bold.
Mr. Bald?
I mean, Pops?
Now, this shop sells more items geared towards making equipment or bombs or various things like that. Eventually, he'll have some more options coming up that'll get into when that time comes. But pretty much minerals and stuff is what his main deal is. Now, for the last shop currently.
Hello, Miss Tiffany.
Welcome, Rorona.
There she is! Oh, she's so beautiful as always. Oh, I should buy something.
Wait, I'm going first. I'm gonna be the first one to get change from her hands today.
You're so popular.
Thanks. At least my shop is always busy.
Oh, I wish this many people came to my workshop, too.
I'm sure that's not too far down the road. I mean, the workshop is now owned by such a cute girl like yourself.
Oh, you knew already?
Yes, I heard from one of my friends. It's probably gonna be very hard on you, so let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Aw, you're so kind. I wish you were my master.
Oh, don't say that. You never know when she might be listening to you.
You're right. Please keep what I just said between you and I.
I know, I know. Anyway,
And she basically sells ingredients, your
Thank you.
non-typical ingredients like the wood or beehive or whatever for ingredients. Generally, they're of the sun-dry standpoint or the health or whatever. You'll be probably buying a lot of stuff from here. Pretty important shop altogether. One other important thing to note as we make our way back to the workshop is the well here. This is a free, unlimited supply of water. Not an overly high quality of water, mind you, but an unlimited supply. Now, my first walkthrough, I did not know about the well, so I actually bought the water or found it as I went out an adventure, which was a bit of a pain in the butt. So it's good to know that it's there. Water is used for quite a few recipes, or liquid, should I say, and it's good to have that free source there. So with that, we will empty our inventory. A process a bit more tedious than it is in the Totri game. And then we will head on out. Now, this is the world map. Additional places will pop up as you progress your adventure level or as the story progresses. It may not seem like it's that big compared to Totri or whatnot, but it actually does become quite large. And in each section, you have different areas to go to within that area that gets expanded as you explore the area. So that kind of is what makes the areas kind of makes the map a little bit bigger than what it actually seems. Now you have coal. If you're you have to spend coal every time you leave if you're hiring someone. That's when the payment comes in. Now for collecting, you have the star icons, which indicate things that you can collect. There are two types of stars. There's the blue, which is generally like your common items, quality items. You also have the gold star, which generally indicates something of high quality or a rare item. It does not take up time to actually collect items in this game, so you don't really risk anything by at least checking to see what's in there. And as you can see here, as we progress through the area, another area will open up. And we get to move into combat. Now, if you end up bumping the monster on the head with your weapon there, you get first strike in the battle. It kind of helps starting out, but I found that later on in the game, you pretty much have first strike regardless, or they will always have first strike. So it's not that important. It can be helpful at times, but don't worry too much about it. Combat works in your typical turn-based turn-based type, where you have your different options, your attack, skill, defense, escape, or item. Now, the item option is something that only Rorona can have. She's the only one that can use items. So that's just a basic attack. For skills, instead of in most games that you have like an MP system, your skills actually cost health to use, which is actually kind of a great system to have. The power and the elemental effects of it is listed down below. Now that little bar on the left kind of indicates what the baddie is going to be weak against elemental-wise. I completely ignored that. It seems mostly pointless. For the assist, you have two options when it comes to the assist options on your companions. They can either block you from attack when enemies attack Rorona, or they can add a secondary attack on Rorona's turn, like that. And that pops up throughout the battle. More times that you use the character, they'll fill up those little diamonds, and that's kind of what shows the ability as far as the assist goes. Now, items. You can use items, either health items or attack items. Generally, it's things that you synthesize, but there are some occasions in which you can attack with items that you find on the ground. Like here, the Uni, that actually does a pretty good attack. You just need to be somewhat careful on what you choose to use. You don't want to use it, use a trait that you actually need later on for synthesizing, but it's actually a pretty good attack to start off with, since you're going to be gathering a lot of those, and it's really not used in that many recipes.
Bring it on!
And that's really basically it for the combat system. It's not really overly complicated. It's pretty standard for your JRPG. Your characters do get XP even if they die. If all characters die, then you'll just be taken back to your workshop and time is wasted. As far as leveling up goes, you don't really have control as far as where they go as far as your stats. That's kind of automatic. Your skill points, though, you do have control over where those get distributed. Now, when you level, you don't have to use all your skill points. You don't have to assign them right off the bat. You can save them. But for starting out, for especially these two characters, their abilities are actually pretty good, and they're going to be something that you're going to want to level up. Now, you're going to find that as you level up, you're going to get more abilities, and depending on your weapons or skills, you're going to actually have additional abilities on top of that. But as you level up, there's going to be probably only about 2 skills per character that you're really going to want to max out as far as the point goes. The others you can pretty much ignore. Generally, you have 2 attack type of skills and 2 support-like skills, like dodging or evading or increased critical chance or whatever type of attacks. You gotta have a couple of characters that actually have healing. I think there's only like 2 characters that actually have a healing ability, or a status affecting ability, but generally you have 2 attacking and 2 non, or 2 affecting and 2 non. As you can see, since I leveled up the skills, the damage went up a little bit, but so did the cost of the skill. Sometimes when you level up the skill, the cost would actually go down, so it's not always increasing. but it is the result of leveling it up.
Angel shot.
Now, one other thing that you'll find scattered out throughout some of the maps are chests. I'm avoiding the enemies because I don't want to really fight them. The chests generally give you items. Most of the items are kind of useless. They're pretty low in quality. There are a handful of chests out there that you'll get actually recipes from, and those are actually quite valuable. One more battle here showing off the new item.
Bring it on!
Barrel.
This is looking bad. Now get him!
And that's basically that's it for combat. Bosses work a little bit differently when we get to that point, but that's it for your normal combat. So we're gonna head back to our workshop. And spend the last few remaining days before we get our assignment making supplements. So basically, it's time to start our new assignment. Generally, you get the assignment when you turn after the end date. You don't have to worry about missing the end date. They won't allow you to travel if it's going to actually push you past the end date. It won't automatically send you there like the tow tree, but it'll stop you from actually passing the due date. So our first assignment, you basically turn in 3 items, or 3 types of items. And you turn in as many as you can. That's the only real requirement, and you have until March 30th in order to accomplish that task. A pretty simple task to start off with. And that's basically how the assignments work. I'll go more into the assignments when I actually turn in the first one. There's a bit more to it, but go over that at the time.
There, it's done.
Something smells good.
I was just taking a break from work by baking a pie. Would you like to have some?
Sure, let me try. Ooh, it's hot.
Please be careful. It's actually better to wait until it cools down.
No, this is good enough. You're really good at making pies.
Aw, it's nothing.
Your skills in alchemy, doing chores, studying, socializing, and even your luck can't match that.
I think that's saying too much.
Thanks for the pie, but I don't like the fact that you have a talent. It's gonna hurt my reputation as a clumsy girl breeder.
What?
I have an idea. You are hereby banned from baking pies from now on.
Huh? What? Why?
You're supposed to be training to be an alchemist. Using a kitchen to cook anything is wrong.
That's ridiculous. So what about cooking our meals?
That's different. We need to eat to survive. However, no more baking pies.
But what about meat pie? Meat pie is a meal.
Meat pie. I'll miss eating it, but no. If you really want a pie, then you must use alchemy to make it. That's an order from your master.
Aw, baking is my one and only hobby.
This is to help you become a first-class alchemist. I hope you understand that.
No way. It's so obvious that she's having fun with this.
And that'll do it for part 1. Please join me for part 2 as we continue the adventures of Rorona. As always, thanks for watching, and God bless.